Soda, have fun today too.
Thanks, Mom. See ya. The same morning as usual. I go to school and eat dinner when I get home. My mother raised me by herself. Apparently, my father died before I was born, and she loved me so much that I didn't feel lonely. Mom and I believed that today would pass as usual, and that tomorrow would come as usual. Mom! I jumped into the hospital room out of breath. My mother, who had seen me off with a cheerful smile this morning, was there. Acute heart failure. My mother was physically weak to begin with, and she passed away so suddenly. When I got home, there was dinner that my mother had prepared for me, and I ate it alone, crying. My mother eloped with my father against the wishes of all the relatives. How could we adopt the son of such a man? I was hated by my maternal relatives. Still, there was a reason they couldn't put me in an orphanage. I was taken in by a distant relative, and I decided to leave my hometown where I had lived since I was born. I'll be alone for the rest of my life. After my mother's funeral, I was kneeling outside, and...
Sota-kun?
Huh? One-san, who are you? An unknown lady crouched down in front of me, smiled, and handed me a dandelion.
Sota-kun, it's okay. I'll always be watching over you.
Those kind memories faded as I grew up through the hardships of everyday life. A few years later, even now that I'm a high school student, I'm still living a quiet life trying not to cause trouble to my relatives as much as possible. However, little by little, it became impossible to hide something is wrong with my family situation. I guess there's a limit to continuing to wear the same clothes I wore in middle school. My relatives are not bad people. I personally think that no one would want to take care of a child who is not theirs. When I got into high school, they tried to buy me a uniform, but I was the one who refused. I was grateful that they were trying to be kind to me. I still have my mother's insurance money, but I don't know what will happen in the future, so I don't want to waste it. I guess I have no choice but to work part-time and buy second-hand one. As I was walking while thinking about this, I bumped into someone. Whoa, sorry. Are you okay? Norio Uwa-kun, right? I'm really sorry. You're Sota Koseka, from the same class as me, right? My classmate Uwa, who has good looks and a girl next to him, stares at me. Heh, what's with that uniform? You have the wrong size. Oh, that's right. I've been wearing this since middle school. Since middle school? Can't your family even buy you a new uniform? Is your family poor? That's not it, but it's complicated. Sorry for bumping into you. Huh? You're so pathetic. Does Soto's S stand for sad? Huh? When I was insulted by the precious name that my mother gave me, I was about to retaliate, but... Sota, you forgot this. Oh, Kurosaki-san. Good morning. What is it? He's Naoki Kurosaki. I met him a while after I was taken in by my relatives. We didn't have any special connections, and at first, we just felt like neighbors. But now, we've become close. Just go get changed. Now. What? Changing clothes in a place like this? Wait, Kurosaki-san! Shut up. Can't you even change your clothes? Then I'll make you change your clothes. Whoa, Kurosaki-san! What am I being shown? And then, I was changed into a new uniform. Oh, it really suits you, doesn't it? This is my hand-me-down. Take it with care. This doesn't suit me, does it? I've changed drastically into a delinquent student. Compared to the short pants I was wearing, now it has too much fabric. Don't worry, they said that trends come and go. Hey, give the guy an old-fashioned glare. What the hell are you looking at? Hey, what are you making me do? That was a Showa-era style delinquent. If anyone actually used to be one, Please advise how I can do it better. I attracted the attention of so many people passing by. I was so embarrassed that I headed to school at full speed. And as for the classmates who were left behind. So you're harassing Sota? You have some guts, huh?
I'm so sorry.
Wow, so lame. Let's go.
Hey, don't you think you can escape? Huh, you're weak, yet you're so arrogant.
Hey, Kuro! Don't scare the minors too much. In this day and age, you can get sued easily.
I won't, damn it. My relatives treated me like a bastard, and I was shunned at school too, even though my life was not smooth sailing. In this way, Kurosaki-san's presence has helped me many times. Why does he care so much for me? At this time, I didn't know anything yet. Those high school days were long gone, and I graduated from high school and got a job at a small factory. And surprisingly, the current president of this company is Kurosaki-san. Apparently, when I was a student, he was working his way up to become the next president. Hey, Kosaka, this month, there are a lot of processing defects at your section. Are you concentrating properly? Processing is the core of our business. Don't slack off. Kurosaki-san asked me to work here, but I was always scolded. Oh, and are you cooking properly? You're eating a bento for lunch all the time. Huh? I bought some side dishes yesterday, but... I see. And your work clothes are torn. You can sue, so just fix it properly. Yes, sir. He does not stop giving me guidance on everything, from work to lifestyle. But it's all for me. I really can't thank him enough.
Hey there! Today's lunchbox for you! Oh? Is it time for Kuro's sermon again?
Her name is Yuno Mikami. She's from a bento shop near our factory. Employees who want to order bento boxes do so every day, and I'm one of them. Yuno-san, hello. I'm still not good, so it can't be helped.
That's not true, is it? You are doing a good job! Kuro, you should know that too. If you don't be honest with Sota, he will hate you someday.
President Kurosaki?
Sorry. Don't be disappointed like that.
You, damn it. What good friends. I think Yuno Mikami is the only person who can be like that to the president. At lunch, after I finished eating Yuno-san's bento, I looked up at the sky and stretched out a little. Phew, today's lunchbox was delicious too. Even though it's catered, I'm happy to be able to eat a bento made by someone I love. When I was thinking about that, huh? You. Huh? When I heard a voice and turned around, there was a slender, handsome man in a suit. Maybe you're Uwa-kun?
I knew it. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Sota Kosaka. You still look poor, don't you?
This is my former classmate Norio Uwa. And for some reason, all of a sudden, he starts boasting.
Recently, I've become more and more popular by women. It's really tiring. I'm just barely managing to date 4 women now, but there's still many women who want to date me. As a great salesman, I have money too. I'm in trouble.
Wait, does that mean you're dating multiple women at the same time? No matter how popular you are, stop cheating.
Huh? If they don't find out, it's fine. All of my girlfriends are happy with me.
I was stunned and speechless, but Norio continued to talk about himself.
But there's a rare woman I fall in love with. Now I'm after her.
He's after yet another one? What kind of nerves does he have? Lack of ethics. Just when I was feeling contemptuous, I heard Yuno-san's cheerful voice.
Thanks for your hard work, Sota. Did you eat your lunch? It's Soda's favorite today.
Oh, what a beautiful person! Yuno glares sharply at Norio, who tries to make a move on her. Heh, how interesting that you don't fall for me right away, girl. This is the first time I've ever met someone who says that kind of lie in real life. Oh, wait, the woman you're after, could it be? Yuno-san caters to various places, and there's a good chance she's delivering bento to his workplace too. I was wary of that, and parted ways with Norio Ua. President Kurosaki, what happened? When I finished work for the day and was getting ready to go home, my boss passed by with a sigh. Well, today we had a somewhat unusual salesman. I was just tired. Maybe Norio Ua? He said he was a salesman. No, it can't be. Oh yeah, Kosaka. Here. Huh? Discount movie tickets? Oh, maybe you're asking me out? No frickin' way. I'm not gonna use them, so I'm giving you both. What? But who would I go to the movies with? There's so many out there, right? But this time, I guess you should try to invite Mikami. Why Yuno-san? In the first place, it's you who looks good together with her all the time. Ow! How in the world did you come to think that way? We aren't like that. Anyway, I've helped you enough. The rest is up to you. Be a man. Thank you, President. Wait, what exactly do you mean by that? On a day off, I was at the movie theater with my idol, Mikami. The other day, I went to a bento shop with the discount ticket to invite her. Was more pleased than I expected. Oh, I did a really good job. I'm a man.
Thanks for inviting me today, Soda.
Thank you very much for coming. I'm really looking forward to watching movies with you.
So cute. Soda's so cute.
We finished watching the movie in no time. I was waiting for Yuno to come back from the bathroom. Whoa, what a coincidence. Kosaka? Ua-kun. Norio Ua grinned and called out to me. I never expected to meet him at a place like this.
Ua-san? Do you know him?
Yeah, we were classmates in high school. So, as you can see, I'm on a date. A solo movie party for you? How lonely, huh? I'm waiting for someone. Will you leave me alone? Stop acting strong. No woman would go on a date with a poor and boring man like you. I guess she's the rare woman he fell in love with. Ua attacks me more than usual, probably wanting to show off his strength in front of the women he likes. Minami-chan, you shouldn't get close to a man like this. It's dangerous. I'm sure a kind girl like you would be kind to a guy like this too, though. After his mother died, he was taken in by his relatives and treated like a bastard, and was shunned by his classmates too. He's a poor guy who didn't have a good life. Oh yeah, I heard rumors that your father who disappeared was a Yakuza. Ooh, scary. Ugh. Yes, the reason why my mother was opposed to marrying my father by our relatives. That's because my father was an executive of a Yakuza group. Apparently, thinking about my mother's future, my father told her not to marry him, but she didn't back down. Inspired by her enthusiasm, my father married her, and soon after I was born, he disappeared.
Dad, he's gone.
That's why my relatives didn't want to take me in. That being said, they were scared of the Yakuza group's retaliation if they treated me poorly. That's why they couldn't put me in an orphanage. I'm really grateful to my relatives who took me in and raised me properly though, even though they did that out of fear.
Hey, Norio-kun, are those words true?
Yeah, his father disappeared, leaving behind his wife and son. A Yakuza is the ultimate trash.
I see. So Uaku doesn't like me either, huh? I'm disappointed.
Huh? What are you talking about? I love Manami-chan. Huh?
What if I told you that I'm one of those people too, who even admires Sota's father?
Huh?
Sota, you may not remember me, but I know you. I didn't attend your mother's funeral, but I was able to meet you crying outside.
Are you the One-san from back then? The lady who gave me a small flower on the roadside that day. I was feeling lonely, but her kindness saved me.
I'm sorry for not being able to come see you for so long. I'm from the same group as your father, my uncle. Until today, all I could do was watch over you from behind the scenes, because that was the promise. Norio Uwa, you kept hurting my precious cousin. Is that right?
Cousin? That's a misunderstanding. I did nothing.
Really? I told you. I have been watching over Sota from behind the scenes, and I'm not the only one. And he is the same. My brother who could leave the group thanks to Sota's father, Naoki Kurosaki.
Huh? Kurosaki-san? This is the first time I learned that Kurosaki-san was a former Yakuza. I see. That's why.
I know everything you've done to him, but I couldn't ignore it any longer, so I approached you. Did you misunderstand that I was in love with you? Oh, poor you. There's no way I'll fall in love with a small fry like you.
Ua is completely intimidated by Manami's intimidating look. Then, Yuno-san appears and Ua runs up to her.
You, from the other day. That's right, I had promised to go out with her from now on. Oh, I'm so forgetful these days, so Manami-san, forget about me, and...
Don't you dare touch me!
Yuno grabs Ua's wrist, pulls it off, and glares sharply at him. Ua, frightened by the look in her eyes, immediately moved away from her and looked around her. And when our eyes met...
Oh, Sota! Help! Help me! I apologize for what I've done so far, so...
Ua clings to me in a panic. He's so ridiculous and pathetic. You actually think I'll help you? I won't give Yuno-san to a dishonest guy like you. Of course, Manami-san too.
Sota! Love! Whoa! As expected of that person's son. You're so cool.
And Ua ran away for his life. Then, the weekend was over, and I came to work earlier than usual because I wanted to talk to President Kurosaki. But I ended up encountering a man I didn't want to meet.
Hey, Kurosaki-kun, good to see you.
Ua-kun, do you still need something from me?
Hey, I really apologize for what I've done so far. So, will you please let me see Manami-chan? All of a sudden, all of my lovers found out that I was having an affair. I'm sure it was that woman who revealed it.
Up until now, you've had multiple lovers, thinking that it's fine as long as you don't get caught. You've been living unfaithfully to others, right? Then it's your own fault. To face people honestly. That is what I learned from my mother, Yuno-san, and President Kurosaki.
Damn it! You're being so cocky all of a sudden. Don't underestimate me.
That's it.
President Kurosaki.
So my judgment was correct. You lie to people without hesitation. The other day, when you came to my office, you promised me that you would never harass Kosaka again. And yet, you easily broke that promise. I can't trust you. I will report this to your company too. Oh, and said Kurosaki-san, lowering his tone of voice. I'm out of the group now, but I can easily bring you down for tormenting Sota. Remember this well. From now on, we will continue to watch over you.
I'm so sorry!
What an intimidating aura. I wonder why I didn't realize that he was a former Yakuza. And Ua ran for his life again. President Kurosaki, thank you very much for protecting me like this. Since I started working here, Kurosaki-san has started to treat me more harshly than before. This didn't change even outside of work, and instead of calling me Sota, he started calling me Kosaka. I know that you were being strict for me. I was happy. Don't thank me. Aniki, your father, asked me to do it. He said, after I'm gone, take care of Sota for me. He said that? Manami's my younger sister. We were both his subordinates and respected your father. Aniki tried to escape from the group, but he was retaliated for that. I was told this by Aniki, who was injured and wandering on the brink of death. Naoki, could you please listen to my last request? I want you to protect my family, please. At first, I just watched you from the shadows, but Yumi-san died, so I thought it wasn't enough to just watch over you. That's why I left the group. Kurosaki-san, he continued to be strict with me out of love. Learning that he was watching over me even before we met made my eyes moist. I had a hard time finding a job, but I'm glad I didn't have to leave you alone. Thank you for watching over me until now. I was able to do my best even when things were tough, thanks to you. I'm the one to thank you. You've done well.
Hey! I've been watching over you for a long time too. Oh, Yuno-san!
And her loving weight rests on my back. Yes, thank you very much too. There are people who are kindly watching over me. I want to say this to the past me, who had just lost my mother. Hey, I was never alone. Don't be sad. And what happened to Norio Ua after that? You idiot! What have you done? The president of that company is a former Yakuza, you know? How dare you blindly went there for sales and even made him angry? Apparently, Ua came here for sales without permission. It seems he was just too lazy to get permission all the time.
You really suck, you freaking scumbag!
As for his love affairs, as a result of him angering Manami, his lovers found out that he was cheating on them. They are all demanding him compensation. At work, he was accused of sexual harassment at work by many of his colleagues. He eventually got fired. And above all, he has turned the Yakuza into an enemy. I hear that he's living an uncomfortable life in fear, being a social recluse. And I started to be in touch with my cousin, Manami.
Sota, after all, you have a similar personality to me, don't you?
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe it's because I grew up watching Naoki-san.
If that's the case, I'm happy. But, your face? It's definitely from your father, right? Ah, so cool.
Huh? From now on, I want to give back to all the people who have watched over me. And as for romance, there was a pleasant surprise for me as well.
You know, while I was watching over you with Kuro, I started to love you.
Oh, me too! I love you, Yuno-san! Finally. That took long. But he smiled kindly as he watched us. And this was a few years ago. Yumi-san, this is a letter from Aniki. He really loved you and Sota.
Naoki-kun, thank you for delivering this to me. I love him until the end too.
The person who informed her of my father's death was Kurosaki-san. I was being held while my mother was crying at the time. Unfortunately, I don't remember that. Looking back on those days, I now know that I wasn't alone. Being loved, watched over, and supported by so many people. I guess that's how one can live.
I want you to have a heart that genuinely cares about others. So I'm naming you Sota, a caring man.
I received so much love from my parents, so I'll definitely live up to my name.